everyone, welcome back to today's video. Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best tips to take neat and effective notes. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so the first tip we're going to be talking about is your notes organization system. So for my notes, first I go to Colano, which is the note-taking app I use. Then over here I have a bunch of folders by grades I label it as, and then over here I have another folder or another notebook for each subject. So I'm gonna click on one, and then if you go into it, I have a separate folder for tests and then another separate folder for the chapter. So let's say I'm on chapter 7, so I will create a folder for chapter 7. And then if I'm on the next chapter, I'll make another folder. And so that brings me to the next step or tip, which is called color coding. I really like this because it actually helps you analyze your notes and everything. So over here, as you guys can see, after I take my notes, I like to take the lasso tool and start annotating and highlight all the main points. So on the side, you probably saw the keys, which is what I use for note taking. And so yeah, that was pretty much it for this tip. And let's just get on to the next tip, which is iPad posture. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the angle of your iPad while you take notes. So over here I have this trifold iPad case. So I like to use it like this. As you can see, it's like a triangular shape it forms as, and I feel like this posture is super good because it's just a perfect angle for me specifically. But people also write it like this, like flat and like that, but I personally cannot do that because yeah, it's just not comfortable for me. So that depends on you, but I prefer this one. And on to the next tip, which is don't copy everything down. When you're taking notes, don't copy everything from the text. Literally, you gotta like summarize it, or then there's no point of actually taking notes. You're taking notes to make it easier for you. You're simplifying the text, not copying every single thing down. So yeah, and as you guys can see, I simplified it all in my page, my note taking, rather than copying everything. And to the next tip is use simple and aesthetic titles. So you know how you take handwritten notes, so you write super duper dramatic titles and all that stuff with a bunch of outlines and whatnot? Well, you really shouldn't do that in your iPad notes because first, it just takes a lot of time. You're wasting time in that. Plus, I really don't prefer that. I think you should just use regular calligraphy and probably do some highlight borders. So over here, I usually like to do this highlighter border thingy, and in the middle, I just like to do the calligraphy of the title. So for the highlighter, I use the 26 size in this pink shade, which is the theme of this note taking. And then for the pen, I use 16 size in this dark purple color. And then over here for this black calligraphy, this is the subheadings, and then this is the subheadings, which yeah. And then on to the next tip, which is called grid paper. So I recommend 100% you guys use grid paper and not dotted or lined, just because grid paper makes your handwriting straighter and more neater. You can actually do it in the proper amount of size, each letter, when you write it in grid paper, and you can write it in a straight line in grid paper. And even if you want to change the paper in the end, let's say you're going to use grid paper, and then once you're done taking notes, you want to change the paper, no problem. You can do that in Colanote. So you can just go to settings and menu and just change the paper. So over here, as you guys can see, I've taken all my notes in grid paper. I never use ruled or dotted. And that brings me to the next and final tip, which is black or white paper. So this depends on everyone else, but I specifically like white paper. So over here, this is how my notes look like in black paper. They do look pretty cool though. This is my first time actually trying it. So, but I personally prefer white paper because it's more elegant and I just like it. It looks better. Like, can you guys feel it? But a lot of people like black paper as well. That's it. Everyone's own preference. And so let's just end the video right over here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end. I hope you guys liked this video and learned something. And so make sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon for all notifications, like, share, comment on this video and on my others, and follow for more hacks and tips like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. Okay, bye.